I just finished watching Singles Inferno Season 5, Episode 1 and 2. And we're gonna do a tier list on who my favorite and least favorite people are on the show. So, my first tier list is going to be based off the vibes. I'm creating a criteria right now. So who I find most entertaining, whose relationship I would care about, or whose development I'm going to care about most. I'm going to say, going from left to right, Soo Bean. I think this guy is pretty interesting. And he kind of gives me the same vibes as the guy with the glasses in Season 2. Yes, he gives me the same vibes as this guy. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the girls interact with him and how he interacts with the girls. But he's not really that entertaining for me. So I'm going to give him like B to A. Let's give him a B for now. And they can always move on the tier list. That's high. Well, I guess because he's the first person, we'll put him in the middle and we'll see. Next is Sang Hoon. Nah, not this guy. This is the American kid, and this guy, he's pretty much like, not gonna lie, so far, he's just been like fucking clown. Like, Samuel Lee. Is that his name? Oh yeah, it was Samuel Lee. Every time I see him on screen, I cringe just a little bit. And then when he speaks English as well, it's like, please. He has like a perma-concerned look on his face. So far, I'm like, he's a hard watch. It's like watching a car crash, you know? You just can't help but like watch, because it's just so like, you know, you just can't help but like have to look at it. And it's a little bit entertaining to see how he's failing, I'm gonna be honest. But it's a hot take here. I'm putting him on an A. Okay, for the next guy, Hyun Jae. I think, I was telling my girlfriend this. I think this guy was a non-factor. I was like, who even is this guy? I don't remember when he joined, if he's a new member. No, the two new guys was the two guys I just started with. And honestly, I don't remember anything about him. He's had probably the least amount of screen time. So, I'm sorry, but I'm very not invested in you right now. And you've had like no interactions I've seen on screen with the women. So, I'm gonna have to put you on a D. Alright, next, Sung Min. This guy was the babyface guy. He got to go to Inferno on the first day. I feel like the girls are actually interested in him because he gives off like an innocent vibe. And he seems like approachable. How invested I am? I want to know if he ends up with somebody, you know? So I'm invested. His personality, so far he's had no personality. Min Ji was throwing, is it G? Yes, Min Ji throwing shots at him, calling him cute, saying this, that, while they're in the pool. And he was just like, I don't know what to say. Like, come on. So just because of his personality so far, I think I'm gonna have to put him on a C. Sung Il. This guy, I feel like he's had the most screen time, but has said the least amount of words. I'm pretty invested because at least he's throwing shots out and he's being honest. Like when he was talking to Minji in the one-on-one after the game, and then he's like, oh yeah, there's a couple people I'm interested in, and then he said their names. I like that. I like that he's being forward and he's just showing what he likes, you know? Whereas like some of the other guys, they're like being like mysterious and flirty, and it's just like, that's just not how I roll. So I'm invested in this guy. I want to see who he ends up with. And like, he's been pretty obvious that he's been into Mina and Minji, right? So now I'm interested in whether he ends up with Mina or Minji. So I'm gonna have to put this guy at S tier. Jae Jin, the next guy. This guy was a bit awkward at the start. Even the commentators were laughing at him. They're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But for some reason, he's been able to get to Paradise twice. I think he's got that awkward riz. Clown guy. He is a clown. So I don't think he's gonna end up with any of the other contestants. So I'm not really invested in how he builds relationships with the other contestants. So I'm gonna have to put him in a C. Hyung Woo. I think this guy's like the dark horse. So far, a couple of the girls have been interested in him. This is the left-hand guy, right? He also looks like a volleyball player, and I heard like some rumors about there being volleyball players before the season started. So I think that's cool. I'm invested in this guy. I think he's gonna end up with someone. But he hasn't had enough screen time as well. So I'm gonna have to put this guy. I'm thinking A. I'm more interested in this guy than Subin. This guy's kind of got aura. Do I care about Samuel Lee? Not as much. Okay, honestly, I think this is more correct. We got a little bell curve going. Okay. Bump down. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Because the only reason I like him because it's like watching a car crash. I like this. I think this is a better tier list. I think I'd rather watch Subin as well than Samuel Lee. Yeah, I'm liking this. Honestly, wait, these guys it could be like this, honestly. You got bumped down from A to C. Now let's do the girls. From left to right, Minji. I like her personality the most so far. I feel like she's been very open. She's kind of doing what the show is meant for, and that's kind of like, it's like a dating show, right? And that's what she's trying to do. I think she's gotten unlucky at Paradise with Sungmin, but she's been very upfront with her feelings, and what I'm trying to say is her personality has shown through, and that's kind of made me invested in her, and I want to see who she ends up with as well. And she's had some pretty good interactions with some of the other guys as well. So honestly, I'm gonna have to put her S tier. Next, Go Yeon. I like the way I'm saying it. Like I'm saying it like I'm a white person, but that's because I don't know Korean. Go Yeon, the girl with the short hair. So far, I feel like she's been the easiest to relate to, and because she's just been herself. She's gone to the chicken coop, and the one thing I like as well is that she's paying attention to all the guys, and she's trying to see who she likes, and the detail that she likes a left-handed guy is kind of weird, but also it's kind of like interesting. It's like, damn, you know what you like, I guess. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool. So I'm thinking B at the moment. Maybe A? I think B. I'm gonna also like put it in order. So the closest to the S is who I'm most interested in so far, or who's bringing the most to the show. Go-eun, more than Subin, yeah. Ju-young. She came in after, and she was the girl that was smiling all the time. Dimple's girl. Yep. She's like, she reminds me of the other contestants in the previous seasons, which people kind of like didn't pay much attention to. For example, okay, she's like a Ji Young, I guess, and then she's kind of like this girl in season 1, where I feel like everyone outside the show is gonna really like them, and they're gonna root for them, but within the show, I don't think they end up finding much, or they don't find a one of the guys that likes them back. I could be totally wrong. I've only seen episode 1 and 2, so investment so far, I think C. Am I more invested in her than Samuel Lee? I think, yeah, no. I'm gonna be honest, I think like this. Yeah. Next, Mina Su. She has had the most screen time, I reckon, and I think she's gonna be like the GR of the season and the Xian of this season. She got 3 postcards in her box, so I'm like interested to see which guys are into her and which guys are gonna pursue her. So part of the storyline, I think she's really good for the storyline, but I hope they don't make her like the main character like Xian last season, because like I feel like there's so many other people that could be interesting to see. So, and we still got another girl to wait for, but I'm gonna put her at an A. I think more than this guy, Hesun. I thought the guys were gonna like her this season. I thought she was gonna be the main girl, but it's feeling like this girl in season 3. Well, I thought she was gonna be like the favorited person, and a lot of the guys liked them initially, but then they just went for another girl afterwards. And she's only been invested in one guy, and I kind of want to see how she interacts with some of the other guys. So I'm gonna put her to C. I'm more interested in her than this guy. Last is Lee Jin. Honestly, I don't know anything about her. I feel like she got like 0 screen time in Paradise. But I'm gonna have to put her in a D. Here I'm gonna ship. Okay. I think I already saw a spoiler, I think, of these two. I think they're both athletes, and I'm putting them S tier, and I hope these two end up together. And I'm putting them S because like these are the people I want to see together. Now, who else do I want to end up together? So far, Mina has been going hard. I'm kind of seeing a triangle happening, but just based off so far and what I've seen, it just has to be these two, right? Next, obviously, we gotta go these two, just because she's really into the left hand. I think these two might end up together, like on a friendship based. Mina toxic in the teaser. Oh, I didn't get to see the teaser. Next, this guy. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I just have to do this as default. Nah, I think I have to go with this. This can be alternate. That's my shipping. That's my shipping post. Alright, I think that's it. That's the end of my tier list, guys. So thanks for joining in on the tier list. Let me hear in the comments below if you guys agree with my takes, or if you strongly disagree. I mean, I'm excited to see what other people think. I've only seen episode 1 and 2 again, so I can't wait to see the rest of the season. I'm definitely feeling this season more than the other seasons. I think this one could be on the top 3 seasons so far. Anyways, thanks chat. This is a good segment.